Welcome back to Southern RV TV. I'm your host Barry, and I'm coming at you from the Southern RV sales lot to take a look at the Venture SportTrek 332VBH. This is a 2021 model. We just got it in. It's got lots of great features. It's about 8,040 pounds dry, and it's 1 inch shy of 38 feet in total length. So it's not for the faint of heart. It is a relatively big travel trailer, but it is built for the whole family, and it has lots of great features. We're gonna check them all out, so buckle up and enjoy the ride. So let's get started right here at the front of the vehicle, where we have this wonderful half molded front cap. This is a fiberglass mold, so this is nice and solid. We have an automotive grade windshield here, and that's gonna look right down into that front bedroom. So it's gonna have great views in the morning, looking out or letting sunlight stream in to wake you up. Definitely there is a shade for that inside. We'll take a look at all of that later. But also here at the tongue jack, we have a ram power jack for hooking and unhooking to the ball. This is a super fast jack compared to most. I like that a lot. It's pretty slick. And hiding behind it, we have our standard double grill tank here. In behind that, our battery tray, as well as a battery cutoff switch, making it easy to put this into storage mode. All you got to do is flip a switch. There's no unscrewing leads off a battery to make sure it doesn't drain down. As a matter of fact, you don't have to worry about that battery draining down because this is equipped with solar. Another thing that we'll get into a little bit later in this tour. Now, as we push around to the side, we see that we have our baggage doors. They have slam latches and magnetic catches, and this opens up to a huge pass-through storage that goes all the way to the other side. Right next to it, we have our freshwater tank fill, as well as our city water connection. And down low, we have heavy-duty BAL manual jacks. You'll notice that there's a distinct lack of Lippert componentry on this RV. As a matter of fact, even things like our slide drive system, big rack and pinion system, are built by BAL as well. In between the two slides back here, we have this pretty cool setup in the sense that they have our dump station, our power connection, as well as our outside shower all right here. Now, one thing I want to point out that's super cool about this dump station is that we have a heated and enclosed underbelly here. And what that means is that it has forced air off of the heat system that runs across all of the pipes. Now, what they've done is passed our tank pulls through the frame. So in essence, all of our gate valves are in that heated and enclosed space, making it so that your gate valves for your wastewater cannot freeze up so long as you're running your heat, unless, of course, you're in extreme cold. And that can be solved too with an aftermarket heat pad attachment. Pushing around to the back of the vehicle, we have our bumper tube, which is kind of tucked and recessed. You could potentially store a sewer hose in there. And they've given us this wonderful 2-inch receiver hitch right here at the back of the vehicle. This is capable of a load rating of 250 pounds. So what we're gonna be using that for is accessories. So a bike rack, a cargo rack for, logs and other stuff that you might carry for the campfire. Coolers, things of that nature could be added to this. It is not intended for towing. Also, you'll notice that if we look up under here, you'll see that we have some little blue lights, and those are on all the corners and illuminate all of our jack stands. They can be flipped off. Also, at the back of the vehicle, we have black tank flush, so that's going to allow us to hook up a hose and clean out our black tank after dumping our tanks. And over here, we have our cable and our satellite in. So that's going to allow us to hook up at the park if that's provided to us. This is wired and prepped for a backup camera. That's a plug and play thing from Furrion that we can add aftermarket. Comes with a little monitor that you can put in the cab of your tow vehicle. Let's pop on up to the roof because there's a couple of cool things up there that we want to show you. So one thing to note about this ladder is that it does have a load capacity of 250 pounds. So if you're up over that, you probably don't want to be climbing it and jumping onto this roof. All that said, we do have some cool things going on up here. We have this awesome 100-watt solar panel, and this is linked to a charge controller that's inside from Go Power. This is going to keep all of your 12-volt systems topped off and running with ease. Another thing that we've got going on up here, up towards the front, is a multi-directional antenna. So it's from King Systems, and King has developed this thing to pick up HD TV out of the air and bring it into your TV downstairs. Now, all that said, signals vary depending on where you are in relation to broadcast towers. So you may or may not get good channels. It just depends on where you're at. Let's pop back down and check out the outside kitchen on the patio side. So stepping off of the back side of the camper and onto the patio side, we have this big hatch that opens up to reveal this outside entertainment and kitchen. We have a big Connex flat screen TV. This is actually on an articulating mount, so it can pull out and aim left, right, wherever you need it to be. To the left and the right of it, we have storage cabinets. So whatever you want to put in there, DVDs, snacks, dry goods, I can think of all kinds of great uses for that. We have a head unit here that's connected to some outside speakers. This is pretty cool because it has USB in, it's Bluetooth capable. So we're going to be able to blast our tunes out here. Think about stuff like that. Opening this up and removing it from the hole that it's in, we have a 2-burner stove that's powered by the LP that's on board. We have a stainless steel sink. This quickly disconnects here. It's got hot and cold water. Great for washing off pots and pans after you've done cooked on your 2-burner stove there. Washing off your hands and other things like that as well. All of this is right next to a small electric refrigerator. That's just gonna up your overall refrigeration space, because inside we've got a 10 cubic foot refrigerator. That one's about 2, so that gives us about 12 total on this unit. All of this is next to this massive patio awning. So it's electric, it rolls out at the touch of a button. It's complete with LED lights in the awning tube, so those are directionable. In other words, you could point the lights back, up, down, whatever you feel the need is for your particular campsite. This trailer has 2 entry points on it. One main entry point up towards the front and a secondary entry point that comes off of our bathroom. I like that because you don't have to have people traipse all the way through the camper just to use the bathroom. So if you're outside playing somewhere and the kid needs to go, they can run right up in and use the bathroom, hop right back out. Notice that both of our entrances have nice large grab handles, and the solid step entry, or I should say this is actually step above from MoreRide. Again, lack of LCI componentry going on here. If we look down under it, we have a Lion's Head system going on here. So Lion's Head is the company that manufactures both the tires and the rims. It's kind of cool because they give us a 1+2 plus 5-year warranty on these. They give you 1 year of what they call their no excuses guarantee, 2 years of complimentary roadside assistance, and a 5-year warranty on their radial tires. It's a lifetime warranty on all of the structural components of their wheels, and everything here is nitro filled. I think that's pretty cool, and I think these wheels are actually pretty slick looking. They're 15 inches, and then these tires themselves are going to be a 225 175 R15. So decent sized tire, great ply, good running gear for this particular trailer. They've spared nothing else on the outside patio in the sense that they've given us a GFCI outlet out here. so we can plug up and have things running if we want outside. This is all next to our kitchen on the inside. We have exhaust for our stove. You simply unclick those, and when you turn on your fan, it's going to exhaust any of that interior smoke or anything that happens to come off of that stove out that vent there. Nice big open windows. These are framed windows. I kind of like framed windows because they typically can open a little wider than the frameless do. One thing I like about their entry door as well is they've given us a window to look through. Having that window there is nice because you can actually see who's on the other side of it if somebody did knock on the door. Some cute little additions are like the Venture bottle opener that they put right by the door as well. And if we take a look at this stair set, we'll see that it is the most modern incantation. And what I mean by that in that sense is that it actually has a adjustable leg here, and that's super easy to adjust at the touch of a button. All the way back up at the front again, notice that we have that pass-through storage that we saw before, looking all the way clean through to the other side. This is a nice big storage, as I mentioned on the other side. I love the fact that these are wide doors. Again, all slam latches with magnetic catches. Guys, that pretty much wraps up the outside of this SportTrek. Let's pop up inside and check it out. So, stepping up inside. As soon as I come through the door, we have a wonderful little hanging closet here for coats and other things like that. To my left, we have a hidden cabinet at the end of the cabinetry, complete with USB and GFCI outlets, so plugging up your phone and hiding it away is really easy to do, something that we take for granted on vacation. Also accessible immediately on my right is our primary control center. Now, what's nice about this is that it is full of rocker switches for each individual mechanism, so there's no touch screen to mess with here. And this also lets our slides in and out. Now, I will say that with the slides in on this, we do have some accessibility here. We can get to the bedroom, we can get to a large portion of the kitchen, and remember, we had that outside door going up into the primary bathroom here. So if you're on a road trip, getting into that bathroom without letting the slides out is going to be super easy. We also have our Go Power charge controller here. This is essentially like a 30 amp charge controller that's linked to that 100 watt solar panel that we saw up on the roof. This is going to keep all of our 12 volt systems topped off and running and allow us to run things like all of our lights during the day without even being hooked to shore power. And it's going to just keep that running long term. To my right, and actually I'll note this is kind of cool, behind these big double sliding doors that open up. I love that reveal. It's super sweet. Those open up and we see this master bedroom. Pushing into it, we have a queen size Serta memory foam bed. Now, this unit is also equipped with 2 air conditioners. This 50 amp service, one of those ACs is right here over the main bedroom. So climate control in here is going to be easy peasy. We have on both sides some pretty traditional storage spaces with hanging closets and shelving up above. But one thing that I really like that they've done is they've incorporated back in the back here a couple of spots that have essentially act like nightstands. On both sides we have power, and these are CPAP sized, so you can get your CPAP in there. And if you remember, there was an automotive grade windshield out front. That's what's hiding right here behind this particular blind. So yes, it can hide away, or you can let all that light stream in. There's also storage hiding up under the bed. All we do is lift this on a strut assist, so it pops right up with ease. It's easy to get in and out of. It's a nice big chest-sized space. Great for storing blankets and other things that you may not need to get to all of the time. You can also hook up entertainment in here. We have a TV backer location on the wall, as well as all of our power and cable in. So that's pretty cool if you ask me. Coming out into the main living room, We've got a little bit going on here that is worth talking about. This has a single slide that's open, is out to this side, and it hosts our big U-shaped dinette. I love this dinette because it's super long. It is well over 6 feet, and it converts down into a bed, which for me, at 6'3", that means this is a place that I could sleep as a guest in this trailer in comfort. There's also storage options here in the sense that they have these doors that open on both sides, and they've given us these big tubs that open up right there. When we talk about climate control in here, this is actually pretty awesome. When we talk about construction, I'll relate it back to climate control in just a second. We have aluminum frame up, fiberglass outer walls, interior wall boards. Inside of that, we have residential fiberglass insulation, and that's going to be backed with a radiant foil. That wraps 360 degrees around this thing, giving it that wonderful insulation that I was referring to earlier. So keeping it climate controlled is actually going to be fairly easy. It's nice and cool in here now, and we don't even have the AC running, and it's a summer day here in Atlanta. Our kitchen is modest, but it has everything that we need for this size of trailer. Now, we have these decent sized L-shaped countertop here, an undermounted stainless steel sink with sink covers, and I can roll these sink covers back to reveal that big old single basin stainless steel sink. And this has a wonderful faucet up above it that extends to wash off pots and pans with ease. There's cabinetry all around it, shelving high and low. Our stove top is a 3-burner Furrion stove. It's the glass top that flips back. That's just to give you more counter space if you need it, but that flips back and reveals those 3 burners that we see there. Venture is nice. They've given us that super cool cutting board that we see hanging on the wall. There's a Furrion microwave up top. More drawers and storage down below. And then we have a 12-volt Furrion refrigerator. We've been getting a lot of great reports on these from the field, from all of our customers. They have loads of space. This one in particular is 10 cubic feet. And they cool down super fast. Within 2 hours is what I've been hearing reported back. As we push back into the back of the camper, we come across, I guess I would call this the adults theater space. We have theater seating with recliners, and these recliners are actually quite nice in the sense that we have USB charging ports. We have a little bit of heat and vibration going on there as well. And those are directly across from our entertainment center, which features a flat screen, connects a similar head unit to what we've seen outside with that DVD player, storage all the way around it. And then we have the In-A-Flame electric fireplace down low. That electric fireplace is not just for show, it is a heater. So it is going to add to the warmth of this camper in the winter months and offset your LP cost in total. Behind me, we have what is essentially a pantry space in here. So this opens up to reveal nice big deep shelving, and it has adjustable shelving in there as well. Across from that, we have our primary bathroom in here. And this bathroom I like a lot for several reasons. It has a decent sized shower, medicine cabinet with a sink that you can actually get your hands under with ease. I like that. And then we have a foot flush toilet, but what's more is this space that's back here. This space, when I first saw it, I thought this is kind of strange. I mean, they've given us the coat hooks and, you know, spots for towels and things like that. And when I opened it up, I was like, okay, well, we could get some storage in there, but then I noticed we're prepped for a washer dryer back here. So what does that mean? We can remove this little piece here, and that mirror would have to come off as well. But that's going to allow us to put a full-size stackable washer dryer in here. And of course, like we mentioned outside, you can step right outside from this bathroom. There is an exhaust fan up above. And then also in here, we find our Level Mate Pro system. The Level Mate Pro is actually pretty cool. We made a separate video of that. We're going to link it just up above. So if you want to check that out and you're on YouTube, click that link. Let's pop out of this bathroom. And we're gonna check out the bunk room because it's got some really cool stuff going on as well. Now our bunk room has a slide. That's really what opens it up, is this right here is pushed out right now. And we did have that kind of small entertainment space outside. Well, that's not really a problem when you have the family with you, because we have a couch in here and we have the ability to hook up a TV on this back wall. We have the TV mount location here with power and cable out up above. Now this sofa will also turn into a bed. That's something that I think is pretty slick. It's a jackknife, so it's easy to do. All you have to do is lift and it lays flat. If that wasn't enough, we have a bed up above it. Let's pull these little guys back and lay that down. This one is capable of supporting 250 pounds. So most adults are gonna be able to sleep on that. On this side, we have an even wider bunk that's capable of supporting 500 pounds. One thing I'd like to point out too is that on this side we have USB ports for charging up phones and things like that on both of these bunks. They've already incorporated a ladder in here, so there's no like jumping up onto that bunk like we see in a lot of bunk houses where you have to kind of monkey your way up onto it. Down below we have storage in the form of drawers and this little open space here, which opens up and gives us kind of just a nice big open cabinet. But that's not the only storage that they've put into this unit. Let me flip this couch back to its couch position, because hiding behind this door, we have a hanging closet with shelving up above. So as you can see, this is an awesome family camper. It's loaded with great amenities. It is built with family in mind, big families, big camping trips, all of the adventure that you could possibly have. You can see it for yourself in person here at Southern RV in McDonough, Georgia, or visit us online at southernrv.com. And again, as always, thanks for watching this tour with us. And until next time, happy camping.